My name is Jeff Szpak. My journey as a maker, I guess, has only recently just begun. It all started with my daughters. On a weekend, my wife was at work, and I had to find something to do with these crazy girls, these beautiful young ladies up on the screen. So I found a couple shoeboxes in the basement and figured we'd make a couple of shoebox guitars. Went to the craft store, got some parts, and made these things. And I thought, wow, that's really cool. Kept them really busy, and I figured, what could I do? I want to make some more. So I looked online. I found this cigar box guitar kit, and thought, well, I can't really make stuff, but this seems perfect for me because it's a kit. You know, I don't have to cut anything. I could just make it. I ordered it, and had to wait a little while. So I did a bunch of research online, researched cigar box guitars like crazy, and found out all this cool stuff about them. There's this weird subculture, and they're really neat. And I had to keep going, so I got some tools. I literally don't have any tools. My wife brought the toolbox to the family. True story. So I went out and bought all these tools and figured, okay, now what am I going to do with these things? I have to start making stuff. So I started. Should probably mention I work in advertising. I figured you have to put a logo on everything, right? So I started trying to brand wood and figured out how hard it was, and it turned out to be an absolute failure. So I moved on, and I started trying to, buy all these parts and see how they would look on the guitar, and got really excited about it, but I was still a little hesitant to jump in. So I got another box, a practice box, I guess, and had all kinds of failures. Started poking holes in it, and things looked all gross, and trying to make picks into fret markers, and everything, started kind of come together. So what next? I figured I'd tell my dad about it, and he loved the idea and made this sweet guitar before I could even finish one. I'm like, Dad, what are you doing? This is my thing. And so his was awesome, and he travels a lot, so he had a lot of connections. And so lo and behold, long story short, he sold that guitar to a guy that gave it to the Jonas Brothers. Like, what? How does that happen? I'm never going to do this. And, it's pretty awesome. So coming back to myself, I decided to take that box that I screwed up and turn it into a practice box, and I had a lot of fun with it. I really enjoyed making the neck and putting it all together, and it turned into this, new box that I was going to build. And so here I'm kind of put it all together, put the kit box, and made it all into an actual guitar. And it's pretty neat. And I after this, I got a little. I didn't really like my box anymore. Then I bought my kit, so I made a workbench because I was working on a card table, and it was awful trying to solve stuff on this thing. So I made a workbench, and thanks to a schematic from my buddy Don, and it was pretty cool, and I couldn't believe I actually made this thing. So back to this, I started testing new techniques with inks for fret markers, and started getting back into it, had a lot of fun with it, and started kind of falling in love with it again, even though I just started this thing, and found some sink strainers at a hardware store and turned them into sound hole covers. And I thought, well, this is pretty awesome. This is junk parts that you could turn into this awesome thing. Continued my journey, tried to solder some stuff, and I can't solder anything, apparently, and failed miserably. I was hoping to make this an electrical guitar, and that happened, But thanks to the internet, I found a pickup that was all put together, and I could put it in this thing. So it's, I got a little work to do on this making thing, but it turned out pretty cool. And thanks to the internet, you can do amazing things. So back to finishing it up, I, started putting the finishing touches on, and I thought it really turned out great for what it is. You can see the workbench there. And now I have two completed guitars, and I really like how that turned out, even though I was a little hesitant to start it because it was a kit, and no, I can't play it. I can't play it. I make them, and you know, I have a lot of work to do, as you can see. Part of the fun about this is finding these boxes everywhere, meeting people along the way and finding all these cool boxes. And I have like 7 necks at home that I have to do and more guitars to make. So there's a good future in this.